I work for a charity called Young Cumbria, and it's been around for about 75 years, and it's been quite an enterprising initiative in itself, but the austerity measures and the challenges that modern charities face, so basically we wanted to more formalise diversifying our income, and so a couple of years ago we set up a social enterprise, a company limited by guarantee called YC Enterprises, and with the goal really of taking some of the charitable functions that we were struggling to keep and get grants in for and get contracts in for that we've done historically, and we wanted to still do that work, so we decided to slowly shift that work into the enterprise. Well, the most people who benefit are the adults who work with children and young people, so if you will, the adults who work in the children's workforce, and that could be anyone ranging from early years professionals to teachers, youth workers, and even outdoor instructors or people who work in housing agencies. How we generate revenue, we substantiate some of my wage. I work for the charity, and the charity has a couple of we trade and we get commissioned work, so we substantiate some of my wages with a couple of decent pieces of work in the training and consultancy area, and then basically the risk is and the profit is the training courses that I can sell. So I'll target organisations such as schools, youth work organisations, art centres, outdoor centres, and I'll try and sell them products that I think are going to be really beneficial to their staff. The biggest challenge for us really has been that I work for a charity, and I'm only part-time for that charity, so I work 25 hours. Some of the work I do for the charity maybe kind of takes 10 to 15 hours of my time per week, so I've got very limited time to invest in the business development of the enterprise. I think one of the challenges that I face is being quite isolated. I don't work with much direction, and when I'm trying to do enterprise in business development, I've felt that I don't really know enough, and so what I've done is, in order to counteract really the isolation, is I've tapped into local support mechanisms. So Cumbria's Social Enterprise Partnership was one, and I'm on a lot of online support services. One piece of free support I've had, it's been through a project called Big Cumbria, and that's organised by a company called Commendium, and they've just basically come and they've given me 4 or 5 free sessions on building a website. Now, I have not got the skills, and I am not technologically adept really, and I've not got the skills or confidence to do that myself. Moving forward, we'd really like to take a lot of the success we've had in Cumbria outside, so we want to start delivering safeguarding to youth groups outside of the county, into Yorkshire, the Peak District, Scotland and Wales. I think it would be not to rush into it, but also not to wait. Don't wait until you've got a really smart logo. Don't wait until your website is absolutely amazing and you've written a few blogs. Actually start organically, because some of the best success we've had is through word of mouth. And I've not had to make posh flyers, and I've not had to invest in that yet. And I think they're starting to come to a time where I need to think about it and I need to kind of look and feel more professional. But actually, if we'd have waited until we'd had all that, we never would have got off the ground. I think higher education institutions like University of Cumbria could fuse that kind of bond between vocational and academic qualifications, and maybe make some recognition or some accreditation for social enterprise leaders a little bit more accessible, and so thinking of evening and weekend study with the kind of realisation that folk are already working flat out in the daytime.